Busia Medawase, now say my Kaba, Eddie Bachana, so high gossip Ghana TV, but I had your banner like no share, no subscribers, no be on site, so and Friday, a working day, and then last working day, and so weakness has here, yeah, they are some, yeah, the Bible by saying, I'm boy, not the int mine in the previous week, and Koye, I believe, say. Odi Ekoye and Koye and Swa, and it is better late than never, and there could be the turnaround. Yes, Christo might be a fair. Amen. The video about Kusia and Yamaka could then come every Akosua Serwaa UK lawyer, reference Jumanah Silva. Manokumobi Atuja. Watch and Yamabia, a Yamama Akosua Serwaa demon war, I against the Lumba dear. Never been so mommy, a demon war. No, I said, how I Pusiano. Properties no so share no e betimi akoso we ni nkomo bebre ene ebesua free lawyer Silva Jumanah e video yam so na bibia so into aba hampa subscribe and disca e free subscribe mama then on post notifications na share link na Friday chance abra e comment section na bibia so na fe ko bi bi nkomo no quickly ni ento aso na bibia nya fe. And so on.
How dare you now want to be a wife? When those kind of thing triggered her, because I think I would be triggered. I think that was very big disrespect. Even those who were protecting Priscilla now at the time spoke about how inappropriate those comments were. So she was triggered, and what also triggered her was the fact that people always ask questions. Remember, she knows she built those assets with Daddy Lumba. She knows that. She tries to go on the properties as she normally goes. Remember, and I want to also categorically said, the family wanted Priscilla to lock Daddy Lumba's area of space. But it was Mama Akosua Serwaa that says, leave it. She's got young children. So it wasn't that she had any issues about going into East Legon. She wanted to go into land and make sure that they were clean and, where they needs to be. She was told not to go into any of Daddy Lumba's properties. She received letters saying, don't go into Daddy Lumba's properties.
See, this is where I will come in and say, why would they even say to her not to go to her own property?
Exactly.
And,
and that is what people need to understand. I will tell you as a lawyer, okay, that the lawyers pretending to be Daddy Lumba's lawyers are unethical. Number one, you cannot be a lawyer for a dead person. When someone dies, you can only be a lawyer for an estate, not a dead person. So you can't pretend to be Daddy Lumba's lawyers and therefore writing and giving instructions that someone can't go on the property, someone can't do ABC, because you haven't been granted, you haven't got a grant of probate from the High Court, or where there's no will, you need letters of administration. It's only at that point can you be managing the deceased estate, and you have to be named as a professional executor. Okay, in order for you to be the lawyers managing the estate. Only the person who's an executor of a will or person who's been granted would be able to get lawyers to then manage the estate on behalf of a deceased person. So those letters to, say for example, you were in my position and you're a legal wife, and you've worked very hard. Some of these lands were bought in the 90s, and you before you even married Lumba 1991, you were in a relationship with him. I know people tend to want to talk about, on paper she married this white man and married that, but we know all what happens abroad, right? So you've been in a relationship with this man in your 80s, and you guys have gathered assets together, and you come and with all the things he's done, you've come and you're told you can't go on it. But the other woman that you are trying to respect and work with is working the lawyers and can do everything, can say the assets her family members are on all his other properties, and you cannot go on any properties, and they're renting the properties out. And I think people forget the context of what everything is going on. Then you go, then it becomes a conflict because you can see that they are working against you with those letters. So then you go and you say, I'm the only legal wife, so I know my rights. I'm the one going to do I'm going to be the kuna, and they write in the response.
Can I ask a question, Juma?
Yeah.
Why is it that, can I ask a question here? I don't want to sound biased, okay? As a woman, if I have a property with a man, I will make sure my names are on the property
Her
too.
names are on it. Don't listen to
Why?
you.
Her names
are on it. Let me tell you something.
Everything she did with Daddy Lumba, her names are on it.
names
My sister,
are-
I don't need to cut you off, but I wanna say something here.
Betty, hold on.
Ghana.
Juma is
I
a
just
lawyer.
want to cross this over real quick so she can come back in because I know she's a professional. She will be able to explain it better. If you're in Ghana or if you have lived in Ghana, if you were born in Ghana, if you have any relationship to do with any Ghanaian community, let me tell you this. If you haven't had a case in Ghana Constitution and you think the Constitution should protect you, the citizen, don't ever wish a case like that, anything related, will ever happen to you. Me say, Omo Begche. Sister, Ghana is all about whom you know. It's about looking for a job here. If you don't have anybody with upper hand, the stuff will be written in black and white, and they will tell you yellow. You will stand there and cry your heart out. They don't care. My sister, please come in because you're the professor. You can explain it better to us. Thank you.
So, okay. I would say her names are on most of it. Categorically, her names are on most of it. There are certain properties that's only in her name and some that's only in his name. And there's only one or two that's only in his, and there's only one or two that's only in hers. But they had most of its joint names. The lands were bought jointly. Now you hear a few people saying they don't care, they already shared it out, and that she will have to fight them for 10 years. But I can tell you categorically, yeah. And they will frustrate her until she's dead, and then she can fight the Lumba in her death. So this categorically, her name is on there. The lawyers wrote. When a lawyer writes, if you're talking about a 62, some 63-year-old person, and a lawyer writes to you, said, "I'm the Lumba's lawyers. Don't go on any properties." You know, she was like, oh, I'm going to go get a lawyer and I'm going to, try and get my rights reinstated. And equally, because it's Ghana, you think when someone said that to you, think, oh my God, maybe he removed my name. I need to go and check what's happened. How has this happened? Because anything is possible in Ghana. So she received that letter from them. She then started to essentially feel the heat of it all. Try to get lawyers. Also, what people don't understand is when they were doing the funeral, she had informed them that I live abroad. My annual leave is finished. Can we please have the funeral in March? This were. They were like, no, when December. It's like this in December, there's exams, the tickets for my family members all in US is so expensive. It doesn't work. They can't come in December. All my family abroad. Can we please move it to March? And so she's getting there's like, no, we're doing it in December. We're just going to do it on the 6th of December. Remember, she just come back from a funeral in September. You live abroad, it's not easy. So she was categorically like, I can't lose my job. I still pay mortgage. I still pay bills. I still have to live. Like, can we do this? No. And that is the reason why the family went onto her side and started to fight with the thing, because there was no understanding. Forget the thing between the wife. There was no understanding on the dates either. And there was no understanding on other things. So when they went through court, I can categorically tell you, because I have seen it with my own eyes, I have done my own research. Mami Akosua Serwaa is legally married. She's declared as the lawful wife in Germany. So she's the lawful wife internationally, lawfully, in paper. All the fake narrative they talk about, that's not true. She's legally married. The technicality they use to dismiss it, this is why Ghana is scary.
Very scary. I'm telling you, if you here on this platform, listen to what she's saying. Ghana is it's more than scary. You have to be very careful. And then when they want to take something away, they threat you. They let people follow you. They can take your property away, knowing that this belongs to you. they will take it away from you. Ghana is actually very scary.
Ghana is extremely
People
scary.
doesn't know. That is a truth. Look, if Akosua Serwaa is divorced, okay, no one is saying Odobroni didn't do her part. She has done. If I have lived with a man for 17 years, for Christ's sake, I know I deserve something. Okay, I will not stand anywhere in this, deformation and all kinds of stuff. They have made this case
Personal.
personal.
Let me just.
This is common enemy fight.
Let me also just get to the bit. So in 28th of November, when the judgment came out, because I was like, well, how can the lawyer make this mistake, right? Because I was hearing loads of rumors. I was like, how can a lawyer make such a mistake? So I categorically went to the Ghana Embassy in Germany just to find out the process to get this done, how it can be done. I was categorically told that there is no thingy. They don't do that. They don't do that. There is no thingy. There's no process in place on that in there for them to do it. They don't do it. You have to be given instructions or something. There's a name for they use. They don't have that.
And then my sister, look, let's be honest.
So,
if you hear whether you support Odobroni or Mami Akosua Serwaa, we have to be honest here. I know Odobroni team, her legal team are not stupid. If there is any divorce document, some of us Ghanaians are not stupid. If there is any divorce document in Germany, them lawyers would have pulled it up by now. If you hear and you disagree with me, let me know.
Hold on, Juma was making a point here. So Juma, I'll give you maybe a minute and a half for you to line for me.
Yeah.
Okay?
So let me say that specific process does not exist. Okay. So there was no way she could have complied with that. But anyway, let's leave that specific. So that is scary when you find that out from a person who's got legal background, that they don't even have the process in place. But anyway, that happened. So there was no way she could have done what she needed to do to give it to them. What she gave is what they were the only option available, right? So anyway, it is what it is. It is done. However, in the judgment, it was categorically clear that both women were wives, even at as hires, and that both women must be allowed to do kuna. Remember that weekend after the judgment, okay? That weekend when they were on UTV, the lawyer came and said, in order for Mr. Akosua Serwaa to do kuna, you have to come and apologize to Penny. Remember this, Penny had gone to court and he had been found to have lied in his statement about her, had pretended to not recognize her on the marriage pictures. All of that stuff, said all sorts of things in the interviews, but they then made it publicly on UTV, which is degrading, that if she wants to come be allowed to attend, she would have to apologize to Penny, and then it'd be up to him to allow her. That TV, that is clearly there. That was not enough and her marriage certificate was fake. That came from the Penny, and that it was made in Ashtown.
Had a problem with the family members.
Sorry?
Did Auntie Akosua had a problem with the family members?
Never. Listen, all the family members.
So why was she supposed to go beg to pass?
Because that's what Patty said on TV.
That's what they said on live.
That's what they said on live on TV. That
maybe there was a malice between Auntie Akosua and the Busiapengini.
No, there was never. No, only this issue with Odobroni has brought an issue. If you look at the videos, he was rallied behind the wife. There was nothing. If you look at his initial video, he makes it clear. I know the only wife is Akosua Serwaa. She lives in Germany, and there were no issues. If you look at even the 1 week they took pictures, there was nothing. The letter that came, and they said that it came from him, is the letter that caused the issue. So they did not agree. They went to court. They had never. He even on the same UTV said, she's a quiet woman. She's peaceful. She doesn't even speak. I've never heard anything from his mouth. So the same time he said she has to apologize before she can come and do kuna, she also declared that she's so peaceful. She's never ever argues. He has no issue with her. He said he has no issue with her. He then went on Captain Smart TV. That was the most degrading part. It was intention for her to feel like she can't come. He then went on Captain Smart TV, the same TV show that consistently disrespects her, use her vagina to disrespect her, use all sorts of things to disrespect her. Yes, everyone doesn't seem to get consumed with what goes on. Then Mr. Penny is interviewed by Captain Smart. That interview is the most degrading and sad thing. That interview was the beginning of me saying I have to strongly help this woman, or there's something going to happen to her. He basically repeats the whole thing about she can't be Kuna unless she comes and beg me and put in her ears that she's not invited. Please take the time to watch the. Please take the time if you want. I can even
will take my time to watch some of
watch
these.
Those videos, Captain Smart video.
It's a lot of them, and
YouTube video. And those video is the reason why Mama Brimpoma did not go. Why all the immediate family that Lumba did not go, because they did not want. They said to themselves, we do not want the curse of turning our back on the truth on this woman, and something will happen, because we know, like, they know the truth. And let me also be very clear on what. So she wasn't. Even if you look at the brochure, she's not named as Mrs. Akosua Serwaa, which is her name. She's named as Akosua Serwaa. There is pictures only of a double remember. There is no like.
Did the family members knew something that we didn't know? Do you think?
The family member of that Lumba who know that the Lumba are all on that Akosua Serwaa side. They are not on Odobroni's side. The family member on Odobroni's side is distant family. It's like your cousins, they say they distant family member, but all the Lumba's actual family members, direct family, the grandma, are on the Akosua Serwaa side. They didn't turn up to the funeral. The real family members did not turn up. So when you say that they did not know, they were excluded. That is why the family members even went to court to stop the funeral. They said this has not been done properly. This is not right. So, and I want to also say this: it is not that Mrs. Akosua Serwaa, Ms. Akosua Brimpoma did not acknowledge or want to acknowledge Odobroni's position, Priscilla's position in Daddy Lumba's life. When she walked in and said, because of a memory, she's the wedded wife. Remember, Odobroni was not even a year as a wife or ever. All the way until maybe a few days before the funeral that they said they're going to do it. Whether they did it, we haven't got a film of it. But so she made it clear that Priscilla is a very good person. This is the conversation, and she's a very good person, and she has been for many years, so she should be included. But she's not the wife. He never did the right thing and marry her. He's still because he can't. He's legally married to Akosua Serwaa. So this is.
Can I also ask a question? Since you're are you the family of Lumba?
No, I'm close to Akosua Serwaa, and I'm also close to Ma Brimpoma.
Did they ever wanted both women to do the kuna?
The kuna was always supposed to be Akosua Serwaa. If you look at even the 1 week, they were very clear that Akosua Serwaa did the kuna, but they were never going to make it clear there was only one kuna. I want to be very clear. If you make it out of respect, they were never going to make it like it's only one kuna. So if you look at the 1 week, even Akosua Serwaa dresses in the widow outfit. The way Asante works. You don't wear a full dress. You wear you've got the sheet, the black sheet and all that stuff on you. So Akosua Serwaa wears that, but Odobroni wears a proper outfit. But if you look at the kuna in the main funeral, she wears the kuna outfit. And it's only the Sunday that she wears top and bottom. Okay, so I don't think they were ever going to make it publicly known that there's not two people doing kuna. I think they would have found a way to give her the grace. Yeah, to include her, to give her grace. The same thing 1 week. So in the 1 week, they explained to Akosua Serwaa, listen, let her join you in that way. Like, let it be. And she said she was like, fine. She understood. Lady Lumba was a big star. She made it. It is just when it became like banter and disrespect after she had agreed to that, they became like, maybe we need to make this clear. So I think there was nothing Priscilla was never in their mind should be discounted or devalued or not recognized. It was like we have to follow the tradition. And the wife is who does kuna. She's important. She's the long-term partner, the mother of his 6 kids. But she's not wedded. We have never received any drinks for her, and we know the truth, and we don't want to pretend for the public. That was the thing, because it could bring some stuff to it. So that's my issue. Let me answer the question before I go on. Why didn't Akosua Serwaa attend? Akosua Serwaa was never invited. I can't think you have to formally invite the thing. She was never formally invited to the funeral. And giving the respect as the widow, let me formally invite you. They almost in a year, and then you have to, after we still be here, you have to then invite them. You have to recognize and invite them. She was never formally invited to the actual funeral. And also they made it publicly known to her to the point that she felt she couldn't attend. And if you also look at the program, a lot of people that attended came back and said, thank God she was not there. It was very disrespectful and degrading for her. And if you realize on the Sunday, go and watch the Sunday when Obisopini was trying to come close to Akosua Serwaa's children. On the Sunday, she was not, the kids were not willing to embrace him, because it was just a lot of disrespect for the mom. So if you ask me, as a woman, why I feel like if sometimes traditions, and even in the constitution, it is very clear, you cannot be forced to follow a tradition where it's inhumane and degrading. She would have only been, bearing in mind the issue at the time, bearing in mind the whole thing that's going on, the conflict, the lack of peace, she would have put herself at risk physically, and secondly, it would have been very inhumane and degrading to be there.
See, when I started talking, I made mention of 2 wrongs can never make a right.
Right.
And so, Auntie Akosua, I think with all that the Ebusiafo did to her, I'm thinking she should have done this for her children. You understand?
Mama, look, the reason why I said I disagree with you is, if you sit back and you look at the whole Daddy Lumba issue, yo, Missy Omo Mubuefuno, I understand them.
I
But
understand
can I just say something?
You know, like I was saying, I understand everybody who Nibwefua or Kasa Sesiano, because we are all women.
She should have come and
One
do
way
it
or the other. One way or the other, Betty, we've helped people, you know, rise up in life before. You understand me? One way or the other. If someone wants to you've built with a man before. You understand me? But it gets to a point in life, if Ben Manuful say, oh, acknowledge you, not be disrespectful, no me kind of saying that if there's something you can do for your children, I will put every differences aside and do
my
it.
sister, look, let me say something to you. If you look back, I have studied and I've done a lot of research about Daddy Lumba's case. Let me tell you something. The way they made the whole thing, I don't even think she could have come, because me, I live here, okay? I is telling the truth. Let's say, this is my Ebusiapeni and my husband passed away. Okay, you don't want to make me legal wife. I understand. Oh, Mami Akosua, Odobroni, say, Mina mi Ebusiapeni. E kombia sono yen na yen tnase. Na yen kasa. Ebusiapeni could have done that in 2 seconds. Me say that the Lumba case, where sister, the reason why we here is there's a lot of bias, because personally I call somebody, I have I know some lawyer, attorney in Ghana, and I asked him, please be honest to me. that Lumba issues going back and forth and all these stuff, people are angry on internet and stuff.
Both sides of Odobroni and Akosua are not really helping the situation.
This time I mean someone throw.
Sister, Betty, hold
on, sister. Jawa bet na hache pa no crampo na me fan first. Until hold on, na oyadi.
Mami, we are na wakasa sister Epacho. Into unim, me friend lawyer personally. Minim no Ghana say, I please want you to be honest to me. Do you think lawyer Kusi didn't go through the right process? Or say Nanefwa, who told you that? You have had case here in Ghana before. What are you talking about? The whole that Lumba case, no. Would the Chirana Wakuma Koshema, one share ya in summer back a canon.
I don't think I may start it. What did Bimbe for? What's it say? What
watch and because of Odobroni kids and Mami Akosua Serwaa kids too. You have to choose your words very carefully because there's kids more jumpy, came, disrespecting both women. Let me tell you this: all these videos will never go away.
It's still there. Both sides did not help the situation much. But Sister Betty, me poucho. My sister Joa and fan and
me for the mission and me as some can see be I can. The me come see. Busio way and some be brave and sometimes I walk on to no Oko Ghana and your mind different and our hands and your man see different but say Oko Nasa Oko Kuku the Biami antical so be cool at work because almost living on one or see maybe walk on to him say they are almost okay almost living on more comfortable zone because on not what's if ya a on one dear Obia and Bam country so we so away. I will say we and say okay na se bibi o ho no my step sister mama we na o kan se bi o se omo wie ye no na busa fanyin fa ensa no the koi but like everybody was like I don't know what fan san but my sister say o share ni sa no man the koi because obi ka share ni say udi agro ansha ubewu me de bia me say minimum bia o ko Ghana na se bia o koye eyi na se bia omo ye program you just let don't be bia we say no aba because enkwa hu hia chen e bia eyi na omo ye wo ho no enti me de busopenya asem ni me bia me nim ne say obi wu a like abusua asem enti me de bia me come say open ye mu a de on be ka bia wo say no apa baby atena enti me de ya support you any day any example me na me see o ma me I say their course first of course now on oh my god na makuma cry me ya because the woman no so biti wa no so be kasa be brain am say I don't know be person o hwe ni kunu na dipa na manation no enti me kwale na makuma me ya e na papa ni wu ye but o say o tie ya sapon na buso panyi no se so be ma me pina man aye de enko no be ye and I say how but me pay the way my minister to carry no one. Why you did the Okotina Odi and enjoy and I
no, I think then leave it up to her. She will be like, okay, and then move but if or she say on then a woman and then not brand new kind of sense with the make for old time's sake.
Yeah, I said I can and I must say that make an abusia and some and it say what tongue or busia and some social media and say Obia Canadian now they always see you have to say and away I always say it's a bit less I'm saying and she say because and then way back we see we can say mommy we say but Obia no corner
is me feel say no that part in there a case where a case you sit back and you read what's going on and you can tell
I'm sure because
one of my sisters said Calvin has made people think his mother is a bad person. No,
I don't think so.
I don't think so.
Smart ass man, okay? He's really
that one no cry.
He actually accumulating a lot of information on that side Because
exactly. And
no,
then I make her say, legal wives. Oh, we are. I'm saying Akuma was through too much. Listen, Akuma no too much. And
no, me say me need that man for grandma ni say white coat.
Hold
Me
on.
put the doctor, sister.
Hold on.
Hey, me
Hold
and Kabeya gidi.
Bobin Kasabi.
Yeah, me so me kase say me say me Jimmy who dis say me a legal wife. Na say me ne be ma atina. Na say be ma na disrespect me in a way. Na say what like because we take us mu a almost na papa ne bu ma me no me ni hobi basa na omoka. E na why ni e na be ma oni be ma ate oni oba oba ku mienu miensa because time I shit oko we oko first Akosua doba no okwe odobro ni ba dis no oni no oko ha oni no so me sa komade bi omunya ya omso ma me na kuma e wo from owo abotre ni eyi but and almost kasa 2018 but me say oh yeah that nyoma ni nyina I don't see the reason why it be a woo. Remember, you need to say, me ba me ma papa.
Sister,
I'm explaining something now. Why?
See me. Before Juma, before I be my main cancer mincho, I know say legal wives are really hot tempered because imagine how these women are suffering and going up and down and making sure say they are going to be well somewhere. And my main casa Betty, hold on, and all that. Na later crano bema na ma brain na me metiti me more room na me koye living no wouldn't say those days in so they not living nim ne cleaning ya na ne wo ho na wo ye adwuma na wo ye na wo kuni hu brain mo jeni what you say and na ma team legal wife one mani aye dindindi na wo mo kasa bebre but the bia so me kasa bia no na they will out whatever is in their head and they put their secrets out there. And it's not make us say, two wrongs can never make a right to. Let's not think say, Calvin, amana mami looky bad. Calvin will never let the mami looky bad because I papa company. One. I inheritance. Two. And but penny, don't forget.